Day 19 of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Let's see what sort of advances have been made by the Russians and see how well those Ukrainian defences are holding up. Lending us his military expertise is Air Marshal Edward Stringer.
Good afternoon.
Ed, talk us through the developments of the last 24 hours. What are the key areas we have to look at now?
Well, I think what's being gradually revealed here is Russia's plan B. If we look into the southern region, this is where Russia has been most militarily successful in its long-standing aim to link Russia through the Donbass into Crimea. Though you would note that Mariupol is still holding out, and we've seen those terrible scenes of the city being bombarded. That might be why Odessa has not yet been progressed by the Russians. This is the dog that hasn't barked. And though we see the probings, it would appear that Russia can't assemble a force to take what is an obvious prize. If we come up to the east, similarly, we see probings here that would cut off this pocket where you've marked up Ukrainian forces. Clearly a sensible military thing to do, but the Russians appear able to assemble a force that could complete it. And then if we come up into the north, around Kiev, we see activity on those thrusts that you've got up there from the north and from the east. But we've seen no actual offensive action into Kiev over the last 3 days.
We have seen residential targets hit by the Russians there. Can we read anything into that?
Yes, and this is that other part of Plan B, unfortunately. As we have been saying, the likely next move, if they haven't got the forces that can actually seize and take these cities, is to surround them, bombard them, and put pressure through the population, through terrorising the population, on Zelensky to force him to negotiate and give Russia something for this military adventurism. And
can you lend us your analysis of what might have happened over the weekend in Yavoriv? The Russian missiles falling so close to a NATO border. What does that mean?
Well, if our assessment of Plan B is correct, and there's all these areas the Russian forces are having to reset, resupply and recock, they're in a race with the very successful Ukrainian armed forces, who are similarly trying to resupply. So what Russia is trying to do here is send a message out there at Yavoriv. It's saying to the West, don't think about resupplying the Ukrainian forces.
Yeah, OK, thank you very much.